Calling the Monday, November 24th, 2025 Parks and Recreation Commission meeting to order at 5:31 p.m. Can we do a roll call, please?
Commissioners, when I call your name, please indicate that you are present. Chair Moralia,
Present.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Present.
Commissioner Admire,
Present.
Commissioner Davis,
Present.
Commissioner Diaz,
Present.
Commissioner Ferguson, Commissioner Fine,
Present.
Commissioner Finland,
Present.
Commissioner Phillips,
Present.
Commissioner Roddy.
Present.
All members present, we have a quorum.
The agenda was posted on November 19th. Approval of minutes. Everybody read the minutes from last time. Any changes to said minutes? If not, could I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Chair Moralia,
Approved.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Approved.
Commissioner Admire,
Approved.
Commissioner Davis,
Approved.
Commissioner Diaz,
Approved.
Commissioner Ferguson, Commissioner Fine, Commissioner Finland,
Approved.
Commissioner Phillips,
Approved.
Commissioner Roddy.
Approved.
Motion approved.
Oh, yeah. Time for public comment. This time has been set aside for members of the public to address the Parks and Recreation Commission on agenda items and items of general interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the commission. Although the commission values your comments pursuant to the Brown Act, it generally cannot take any action on items not listed on the posted agenda. 3 minutes are assigned for each speaker. Would you like to speak to us, young man? Do we have anybody on?
No, just here to listen.
Okay. Do we have anyone on Zoom?
If you're joining us via Zoom, please use the raise hand feature to indicate that you would like to speak. No members on Zoom.
All right.
All right. Good evening, Parks and Recreation Commissioners. I'll give you a brief update of what the department has been up to since our last meeting. We'll go ahead and first start with some city council agenda items. So at the last city council meeting on November 12th, there were 2 items that were taken from the engineering department that are related to some big milestones for the Parks and Recreation team. So first is there was an approval to go ahead and approve the plan specifications and the estimates related to the Demuth Park Development Project. This is regards to the small and large dog park over at Demuth, a restroom building, and some other parking lot improvements. So the council approved that to go ahead and move forward. That is now bidding now. We'll bid for 30 days, and then we'll be back to council in the coming months to award a contract and then move forward with that construction project. So it's a big milestone for us to go ahead and move forward with more construction over at Demuth. And then the other item is a task order in relation to approving the swim center design. So it approved $742,000 to go ahead and give Maria Song and her company Interactive Design Corporation to go ahead and move forward with the renovation projects for the building over at the swim center. So really excited to move that project forward. Upcoming on December 10th, just for all of you to be aware of, we have 3 items that are coming forward to the council. The first is an approval to go ahead and approve the design for the Desert Highland Park Playground Replacement Project. The commission has already previously approved this, so now we're going and moving forward with the council to go ahead and recommend approval so that we can begin construction of that playground in early 2026. Second item is pending commission approval this evening, but that will be for the Measure J project for the Ruth Hardy Park Fitness Court. I'll get into that later on this evening. And then the last is a stay of the resident golf rates at Tahquitz Creek Golf Resort. That is to go ahead and keep the fees current until staff go ahead and do a better analysis of the golf rates over at Tahquitz Creek. This is also coming off of the Parks and Recreation Commission meeting at the last meeting regarding the increase of rates there. So we're going to ask the council to keep the rates current until we do a lot more in-depth analysis there. As part of the updates, we have a new member to the swim center team. Pictured here, this is Salvador Mercado. He's a lifeguard over at the swim center. He's a Coachella Valley local who brings former lifeguard experience to our Palm Springs Swim Center. He also has extensive customer service and youth programming experience from roles as a swim coach and working as a paraprofessional for Palm Springs Unified School District. So we're really excited to add to our swim center team and welcome Sal to our team at the swim center. Couple of other things that's been going on within the department. We've had a really busy season. So first off, we'll kick off with Village Fest Halloween, where our team partners with the Village Fest team on putting on a really big event here. This was held on Thursday, October 30th, where we held trick-or-treating along Village Fest as well as this big Halloween carnival filled with tons of games, activities, a costume contest, and of course, goodies for all. We had thousands of people show up for this event, so it was really well attended and phenomenal work from our team who put this on for our community. On October 31st, we had Halloween with the James O'Jesse team, where we had arts and crafts, food, music, trick-or-treating, and lots more. Really wonderful events put on by the team there to really just celebrate community and all the festivities in partnership with Halloween. On November 1st, we held our Day of the Dead events at the Demuth Community Center. This is our Dia de los Muertos event, which was one to remember. Guests enjoyed free food, live music, and beautiful ofrendas, and the beautiful opportunity to honor those that we have lost. And so some wonderful pictures of the ofrenda there at Demuth Community Center. Some other couple of updates in partnership with our FKO program, which is our after-school program. We partner with the library youth programming team to create a fun arts and crafts projects with some new friends. This was a great opportunity to introduce kids to a new environment to learn and play after school. Of course, it's parade season. So we kicked off the parade season with the Pride Parade and Festival, which our team spends a significant amount of time in partnership with Greater Palm Springs Pride. This year's Pride Parade and Festival attracted over 200,000 attendees to Palm Springs for this annual event. This annual celebration brings the community together with a colorful parade, live entertainment, local vendors, and activities that highlight diversity, inclusion, and the vibrant spirit of Palm Springs. The Parks and Rec team, of course, helps shepherd them throughout the special events planning team process, but we also handle all the post-stage for the parade, and we participate in the Pride Festival this year with having a booth and engaging with the community. So it was a wonderful way to represent all the wonderful things that we have going on. Then just a couple of days later, we did it again with our Veterans Day Parade. And so we partnered, of course, with all local community members to put on this event where we honored our veterans. The community showed their thanks through marching, dinners, fireworks, and concerts for a full weekend of appreciation here. We had thousands of people also attend this event, and a lot of great entries, including a lot of community members and floats. We didn't get a lot of the military participation because of the government shutdown, but that didn't stop the community coming out and really just showing their appreciation for our veterans. And then just the day after that that Veterans Day Parade, we held a concert in the park on November 12th, where veterans and active duty military members were invited to a complimentary dinner, followed by a patriotic concert in the park over at the downtown park. Each attending veteran received a letter of thanks, a challenge coin, and an American flag as a token of their gratitude for their service. And then this past weekend on November 22nd, the Parks and Recreation team assisted the Filipino Festival at the downtown park. Attendees who attended this event, it was a free community event for celebrating the Filipino culture, food, and music and art. So it was a wonderful way to just also show our appreciation, our presence at this event over into the downtown park. And in case you didn't know, our two community centers were also served as voting centers during this election season. So both the Demuth Community Center and the James O. Jesse Desert Island Unity Center hosted our local election officials to provide locations to vote close to home in our community. Recently, we sent a few staff members to a staff development day over in Whittier with part of the CPRS Region 4 mini conference that was held on November 14th. The team gained valuable insight on new developments in our field and networked with others who shared their experiences and just overall kind of just networking of what's going on in the Parks and Recreation field as a whole. Some upcoming things just to be aware of. We are taking registrations for winter camp. So both the Leisure Center and the James O. Jesse Desert Island Unity Center will be offering camp during winter break. And so if anyone needs assistance with some youth services being covered during that time frame, please feel free to visit either one of those centers because we're taking registrations for that. Some other park maintenance highlights for you to be aware of. Okay, sorry. Some projects for you to be aware of. The Desert Highland Park Playground Project, this was we went back to Measure J to request some $200,000 in additional project funds to go ahead and cover the shortage in costs for this. And so we are excited to be moving this project forward. So this will be a total dollar amount of about up to $1 million for this playground renovation project over at Desert Highland Park. That'll go to council at December 10th. We're still assessing solar lighting options and we'll be presenting that as part of the playground option, as part of the playground project. And this will begin in early 2026 pending city council approval in December. At Ruth Hardy Park, here are some images of the playground replacement project occurring now. We did go back to Measure J to ask for an additional $110,000 in project funds to cover some shortage and some change orders. We had some issues that we mitigated and all that's completed where we encountered an old sewer manhole that was located under the playground site. Apparently the park used to be an old Army battlefield. And so when we found that manhole, we had to do some remediation and go over all that, make sure all of everything's covered, which everything was fine, but it did have some additional costs there, including some additional material costs, engineering requirements, and other things that drove down the increased costs. So we were thankful for Measure J to helping to shore up some of those additional funds to cover the overall playground renovation project. Crews are still on site. They're finalizing the final build out of the structures. The shade structure mass installation is complete and the surfacing preparation is well underway with an opening in December. And so once we have a solidified date of when that grand opening will be, we'll be able to share that with you all for a big ribbon cutting. I alluded to this earlier, but this Palm Springs Swim Center renovation project is now officially underway now that we have council approval to move that task order along. And so the vendor is currently working on construction design documents so that we can move this building forward so that we can start making some improvements to the swim center. Couple of other things regarding some public art in the parks. The AIDS Memorial, this is in the downtown park. Plans are currently in review and city staff are continuing to coordinate with the artist team on installation details and time frame. I did send to you all earlier today about a groundbreaking that they are looking to schedule, or they are scheduling for next Monday on December 1st. So they're moving forward with that. So if you're available, we'd definitely love to see you there. And then lawn chair, which you all previously approved for that move to be moved into the downtown park, that is complete, that is now up in front of the downtown park. Some other projects just to be aware of that are currently in development. We are still working on the Palm Springs Stadium sign. So we've ordered a new sign. You can see that picture there right up on the scoreboard. That has been ordered and we're just pending an installation date, but we're looking to get that up ready to go before they start their winter season there. And then we're moving two Measure J projects along. This is the Barista Park feasibility study that's coming from the neighborhood organization for some design and some improvements over at Barista Park. And then some improvements to the Tockwitz Creek Trail and improvements including the implementation of the master plan. So we're working with that neighborhood organization there also so we can move that project along. And then separately, we're working with the golf course regarding some of the redesign on their patio and canopy expansion and assessing some different elements that we'll go ahead and make some recommendations to that in the future. And then Aaron, I'll go ahead and turn this over to you.
Sure. Yeah, I've got a handful of things here. I'll speak to these ones first. So the downtown splash pad, we are looking to replace some components that we didn't initially anticipate having to replace. So there's a bit of a lead time on that, and we're now looking at early January for completion of the project. We were able to get the actual water running in this last week, so that was really cool to see, and get some of the fog going. And so there's just a handful of programmatic things we need to work through, but that is moving right along. Victoria Park, so we initially had planned to bring the plans to council to authorize to bid this last session. Our legal team had some changes to the agreement, and so that will be going December 10th to authorize bidding the current plans. Palm Springs Pavilion, so this is a big one. Starting in January, we will be working to renovate the ceiling, the interior ceiling of all of the pavilion. So I'm sure if you've walked through the pavilion, you're very familiar with what it looks like. So that work will include remediation, removing everything from that ceiling, addressing any water leaks throughout, and additionally, once that work is complete, we will do duct cleaning and encapsulation and air balancing to make sure that the cooling and everything in that space is good to go. I do want to note, in addition to that, there is another project, a capital improvement project that's been kind of on hold for a while, but it's a replacement of the doors and windows of the pavilion and the leisure center. And so I'm working through some pricing right now and hoping that I'm going to have some good crossover with this project to get some of that work complete at the same time. Few other items here. We talked a little bit about art in the parks. I'm still working through permitting with the artists and a handful of engineering items, and so that'll continue over the next month or so. Holiday tree is going to be installed at Francis Stevens Wednesday, and I think that the tree lighting is December 5th, if I'm correct. So that'll go up Wednesday. A couple of facilities in parks updates. The Desert Art Center, we completed a Measure J project of insulation in the attic in that building. It's never had insulation before. And we are also working through Measure J project to replace the doors and windows at the Palm Springs Theater. So we requested some additional funding for that. And I anticipate that's going to begin early next year. That's what I have for projects as of now.
And that concludes the director's report, unless you all have any questions.
I just have a comment.
Sure.
I just want to commend your swim center staff. I'm there every morning at 6:30 in that pool. And they're always the most accommodating, always the most cordial, upbeat people that you could ever want. And I don't know what you're paying them a year. I mean, twice what they're worth. Twice they're really getting, because they're just terrific people, every single one of them.
Thank you. That was really good. Continue?
Yep, presentation items, no?
Yep. All right, so we will continue with an update we are really excited to share with you about. We want to introduce our new quarterly digital recreation guide, which we are calling Play. This will be a quarterly recreation brochure that will come out within the next couple of weeks. We're calling it PLAY, which stands for Parks, Leisure, and Activities for You. It's been several years since the department has had a comprehensive recreation guide. And so we are really excited to launch this. Play just signifies more than just activities. It embodies our philosophy of everything that we do in Parks and Recreation and incorporating play into fun and life and well-being. And so parks, leisure, and activities are essential for recharging, building relationships, and maintaining health. And we know that, right? But in this fast-paced world, that demands much from us. And we want this brochure to serve as a gentle reminder to take time to play, to laugh, to explore, to move, to create and enjoy the simple pleasures of recreation in Palm Springs. And what more better way to do that than to celebrating play in Parks and Recreation? And so this guide will be a quarterly guide that we will be issuing every few months, and it'll have a comprehensive listing of our programs, our events, our classes, and activities for all ages and interests. Once this does come out, we will absolutely be sharing this with you all, and we'll be kind of doing a big kind of push to get everybody to become familiar with this, because this will be a change in culture and practice and everything that we do, because not a lot of people are familiar with having a comprehensive listing. But one thing that we've heard more and more of from our community members is they want to be able to find a one-stop shop of finding everything that we have to offer, and this will be that. And so once this gets released, we're open to feedback, and we constantly will see this as an evolving brochure. The team has been working really hard on this, but it'll be something that we're really going to be really proud about for the department. So be on the lookout for this to come out in the next couple of weeks. As
Where will people get it?
it'll be online. Yeah, so
It'll be online.
it'll be online only for now. Our goal is hopefully in the future we have adequate funding to be able to print this. We just don't have that funding just yet. We only had enough funding to be able to do a digital publication. But hopefully it is really successful that there's some built buy-in support to print it in the future. But
Are you emailing it out to lists, or is it, you gotta come to the website to find it?
both. Yeah, both. Yes.
And it'll be on Instagram too, on the Parks and Recreation Instagram.
It'll be on social. We'll do paid advertising to promote it and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. And then in conjunction with Play, 2025 marks the 50th anniversary of Sunrise Park. And so what we will be doing over the course of this next year is we will be celebrating Sunrise Park, but we're going to be marking the celebration called 50 Years of Sunrise, a Year of Play. And so we're going to play off of the launch of the digital recreation guide that we are putting together, and also celebrating Sunrise Park, but also going to be doing a year-long celebration of Parks and Recreation. It'll be a year-long celebration of what we've accomplished, but also what's to come in regards to the master plan, some other park improvement projects that we have coming online in the near future, and everything else that we have in regards to programming and all this wonderful stuff that we're doing. As part of this year-long celebration, we will be doing monthly events that will be tackling onto our normal event schedule already, with a big culminating event in fall 2026 in Sunrise Park. And so we'll be working with all of our Sunrise Park partners, but then other groups like the Historical Society and other neighborhood organizations to really do a big celebration of Sunrise Park this time next year. More to come because we are finalizing all the marketing for this. There'll be a separate kind of logo design that we'll place on everything in regards to Sunrise Park. And we'll be doing a more kind of formal presentation to you all in January during our commission meeting in January 2026, so that we can celebrate this and have you all be aware of all the different events and everything coming along with this year-long celebration. So that's my update for you on the brochure, and then also this year of play that will be embarking very soon. And happy to answer any questions. Sweet. Crickets. Keep going. Well, I hope you're all excited as much as we
I
are.
am.
but
I know
yeah.
people want the brochure. I've heard people
Cool.
say, where can I go to find out everything that Parks and Rec offers, blah, blah, blah. So
Yeah.
I think it's really a step in the right direction. Of course, people are going to want it printed out, but
Yeah, what would that cost be?
We're still sourcing that, so we don't have a final cost because we don't have a number of how many we would print out. Typically, you would have like a certain amount that you would print out in your public facilities, but then also mail out. And so we would just need to figure out what our plan is, if we want to do a direct mail to residents or if we just want to have them in our facilities. So we're still sourcing that.
Sorry if I missed this. In the brochure, is there a schedule for like updates, like quarterly updates, or is it just
Like project updates?
more like programming
the next
updates?
one.
If something changes, like is it last for the entire year or
Yeah, so it'll be per that quarter. So
a
each
quarterly update?
quarter will
Got
have
it.
their quarterly listing of programs, events, classes. And so if new classes get added, it'll be in there. If there's a change in times or season or whatever that is, that'll all be reflected in there. Each facility will have its own spread or own kind of page with information of their classes and programs. And then also have some advertisements on other kind of special events and other things going on.
The only thing I was gonna add is because it's digital, we can update it
Yeah.
as needed.
Frequently.
Oh,
So
sure,
if-
yeah.
if something is canceled or changes, we can update it on the website.
Yeah.
And it's live.
Great, thanks.
Well, people going to the website to look at the brochure, will there be an opportunity for them to download it or print it out themselves? Yeah, perfect, then we don't need to be throwing them around the city. You know, you don't need a budget for that, just have everybody go.
Yeah, well,
We could
we
keep
still
track.
see people like flyers. And so, yeah, that's why we can see that. But yeah, it gives us the ability to play with that. a
Case in
little
point, my husband always wants to have copies of these for his business that he works at, the Music Box and Clock Shop on La Plaza downtown. He's saying if they just had more of these in their office, in their locations, they would distribute those. So if there's a way for me to get additional copies, there's at least 5 businesses in that area that have asked for it. I was gonna mention that later.
And I assume like schools, for example, would be on like a distribution list. So again, I know there's a social media push out, but also maybe directing it toward certain schools or other entities where the primary audience might really be engaged or be able to hit bigger applications.
For sure. Okay, moving on to the next item. This will require approval from the commission. So pictured here, this is the Ruth Hardy Park Fitness Court. This was a Measure J project initiated by one of our community organizations that wanted to go ahead and place an exercise area that would include some rubberized surfacing and a shade structure. So on the top image, that is the rendering of the proposed fitness court. It is 60 feet by 100 feet, so it is a large structure that will be able to use for workout areas, but it can also be utilized for other reservation and other needs that we would see there. The colors match and complements the colors of the new playground that will be in place and opened next month. And then in that bottom image, that kind of rectangular shape, that is the proposed area of what we wish to place this fitness court.
On the school?
That is just south of the school, yes. And so this southeast, correct, in the southeast area of the park. And so we are requesting approval and recommendation from the Parks and Recreation Commission so that we can go ahead and move this item forward to the City Council for approval at the December 10th meeting. But also happy to answer any questions that you may
They're
have.
just taking basically the lawn where they have, all the dogs are, they're just taking the lawn and making.
Yeah, so it's currently just a vacant, open space right now.
And so how do the reservations work and how much are we charged?
They would fall under our current fee schedule, so there's not a separate reservation fee in particular to this shade structure area. And so it would just be like renting another space in a park.
Like if I want to throw a birthday party at Victoria Park, same
Yeah.
idea, same
Correct.
process too?
Correct, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we have to
Zone it
update.
falls in. I'm sorry, I was just saying whatever zone it falls in, it would.
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll have to update, because this will be a new amenity, which we are already doing, is we will be updating our rental application so that we can include this amenity there as well.
Is there a
Okay.
defined list of what you can rent it for?
Not yet, but we are going through and updating all of our rental guidelines. Yeah. for lack of a better phrase, so that we can make sure that, whatever you're doing on there isn't damaging the surfacing, and then increasing signage in this area, park patrol and monitoring, so that.
Primarily exercise is what it's really geared for or toward.
That was the intent, yes.
And just out of curiosity, do you know the height of on the shade structure?
Oh, I don't have the
I was just
height
curious,
on me.
it's fine.
Yeah, I can get that back to you, but I don't have the height.
Is there gonna be, equipment on it, or is it gonna be an open space?
It's open
So
space.
it's gonna be like
only.
for yoga or Jace's class,
Or his class.
or your class?
This was the G-Force project, so.
Yoga on that.
I guess I'm a little concerned about people being on it when it's not in use. And I mean, I know over there, the tennis courts, they do all sorts of things in the tennis courts and such. So what we'll be able to do to kind of protect the asset, if you will? Because it is kind of up a ways from the road and such and all that.
Yep, yeah, and that's why we will have to have some increased signage in the area to ensure that the intended use of the amenity is what its purpose is for. And then also increase patrol through our park rangers, our maintenance folks, PD patrol, just to make sure that we
Cause you
have.
don't want like the teenagers at night going and hanging out. there.
Vandalism of the
Correct.
surface, all sorts of things I would be
Correct.
concerned about, especially way off there. It's a little bit, I don't know
Yes.
about the lightings, if there's gonna be additional lightings provided too,
There will not be lighting in the structure
or
itself.
around it for the evening or.
We will look at making some ADA improvement access to get you from the pathway leading
Right.
into the structure, but not some additional lighting in the structure itself.
What was the action, I'm sorry, you were looking for?
Recommend approval of the design to the council.
I'm sorry, just out of curiosity, were there other designs submitted or?
This is the proposed design that we are seeking commission approval. So there, as part of the community initiated project application, there were several different designs. And so we then took that because then it became a Parks and Rec project. And so we used one of our vendors that we already use, the same vendor that's doing the playground project, to have economies of scale so that they can move from that project into this project and move this forward. And so basically it's not that complicated of a design, being that it's just surfacing and then a hip style shade structure. And then we wanted to make sure that it was complementary of the playground design, yeah, in colors.
I'm just, I love the way it looks. I'm just confused how we're gonna keep people from just using it without paying for it, because people will just be like, oh, everyone meet me here and we'll class. I mean, no one's gonna be monitoring it, right?
We do have the rangers that go out, and so the rangers are catching unauthorized groups that are utilizing park spaces without permits, and we're educating them as far as the process, and so that is already occurring. I mean, it's just, that's already happening throughout the entire park system, and so our rangers are doing a lot more education and of that anyways. So.
And there would be a fee to reserve this or use
Correct.
this space, yeah.
I'll motion.
Thank
To
you.
approve. Second.
Roll call approval. Chair Moralia,
Approved.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Approved.
Commissioner Admire,
Approved.
Commissioner Davis,
Approved.
Commissioner Diaz,
Approved.
Commissioner Ferguson,
Approved.
Commissioner Fine,
Approved.
Commissioner Finland,
Approved.
Commissioner Phillips, Commissioner Roddy.
Approved.
Motion approved unanimously.
When's it gonna be finished?
We don't have a finalized date just yet. So at our next meeting in January, I'll give you a better idea of construction schedule. But it shouldn't take too long to complete.
But the commission still has to say, yes, move forward, yes?
The
Not the
council.
commission, the council.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
The council will approve or deny the project at the December 10th meeting. Okay, next item is ad hoc committee updates. And so as from the last commission meeting, there was some recommendations to create an ad hoc committee on the golf course. And then it sounds like there's some additional conversation related to the public art ad hoc. So I'll turn this over to the commission so you all can discuss that.
Which one are we doing first?
Do public art.
So, sorry, this slide mimics the ad hoc conversation, my bad. Disregard. Never mind.
Never mind.
Okay, so let's start with public art. So I know we had discussed possibly doing an ad hoc. And after thinking it through, I feel like we're a bit premature. So I'm recommending that we dissolve if we've already formed it. And it could live under park enhancements, since public art is kind of park enhancements. Just for oversight for now, I think as a first step, it'd be nice to, and this is from Chair Armstrong's recommendation as well, do an audit of the parks, of the artwork that exists in the parks, and potential spots for future art, just to make sure that both of our commissions are engaging as a first step. And then whatever happens from there, our ad hoc can come back and present it to the commission. And if at a later time we feel that we do need a separate ad hoc formed, revisit it. I just want to make sure that we're not getting too trigger happy with the ad hocs, because there are a lot.
I went to the Arts Commission meeting last month. It was 2.5 hours. Sat the whole time. And I would say of the 2.5 hours, about 20 minutes was talking about art in the park. Everything else is other conversations. And I personally feel pretty strongly that there needs to be a parks and recreation influence in what goes in our parks. I really feel strongly about that. And I talked to Jace about it, and he had met with John about taking a walk through all the parks and seeing what's there, but when Gary comes into this meeting, and when I first started as a commissioner, I didn't understand how it worked, and he would come in and he was showing us what was going in the parks, and we weren't even voting on it, we were just like, oh, okay.
This has
So
been going on for a very long time.
I'm a newbie here and I was just a little taken back by it. So I was just confused, like if we're a Parks and Rec Commission, then what goes in our parks, we should have some conversation about. So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. It's my 2 cents.
I do feel like having this collaboration and taking that first step of doing the audit together will kind of start the processes of us being involved. But I do know, as far as Arts Commission, I know they're following code. And then the way the code is written and it's interpreted, that's kind of what landed us here. So unless we action or we do something as far as getting clarification on the code or having it rewritten, this really is the only way.
Well, how is it gray? What does it say? I'm just curious. I mean, I don't, what the code says that,
Did I not send it to? No, I probably couldn't send it to all of you.
I'm just curious, like the code says Parks and Rec doesn't get a say in what goes in.
No.
The code is silent on that issue. It's between the Arts Commission and the Planning Department. And Gary comes here when he wants to, when there's an
Comes here
opportunity.
to tell us what they're going to do.
Correct.
That's what happens. He doesn't come here to ask for input. It's already decided. It's super frustrating. And again, I've been doing this for a long time. I know John is as well. I mean, we've seen it in action.
Yep.
And I agree with what you're saying. We should have a say and be a part of what's decided. So if it's going to planning and to public arts, then somebody from Parks and Recs needs to be at that table.
I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
Because we had this conversation the last meeting, and that's what prompted us to meet with Gary
Mm.
Last week, and then for Meredith to attend the.
I mean, I wanted to show that I'm interested in what's going on, so I showed up and do I have to go every single meeting just to sit there and let them know that this is what we want to do? So I don't know, like, how we go about doing this.
Well, I think this next step where we're meeting with, doing the audit with the Arts Commission, members of the Arts Commission, that might be a first step in resolving some of these issues that we all seem to have with the Art Commission that just can, our impression is that they can just go in and put a statue anywhere they want.
And I'm not saying I don't love what they put in the parks. I mean, I do,
Well,
but we don't even have a say.
More
So
like the ugly stepchild, yeah.
I don't know what that takes, but Nancy's right. When you read the code is very up for interpretation, right? So it says the Public Art Commission decides what public art the city purchases and maintains and blah, blah, blah. And basically, they are the final say on where it goes with the city council approving it. Doesn't say that Parks and Rec is involved or not involved.
Well,
So that's where we
That just
need-
makes zero sense.
Of course, it makes zero sense, but
So then maybe that's
So-
maybe we need to go to the city council as a Parks and Rec department and say, what can we do about this code that doesn't allow us to have any say in what
In
art
where it
goes in the
goes.
parks?
Yep.
Hey, John,
Yep.
are there any comps on this, meaning any place else where they're putting art in a location that's not being approved or that entity may not have any input or discussion? Trying to think of like.
you mean other than Parks and Recreation?
Correct,
Oh,
like,
I
is
can
it-
tell you, because I went to the meeting and I know what they're doing, and there's some amazing things they're doing.
But yeah,
like with art,
I
like
meant the
murals.
location, like
Right.
place that, like a variation of us, so to speak, like art is gonna go in such and such, and there is an entity, a city department, something where they would want input on that. Is there something like that that we might
'Cause
defer
they're-
to as a
they-
comp or to question?
They're planning to put the horses back down on Riverside. They're gonna put those horses back that had the flags. They're figuring out what they're gonna do about the flags, because the flags are broken. That doesn't have anything to do with parks and recreation. That's art, and they're doing something through the city. Like,
Yeah.
They're working with the city on that, and the bridge.
That will come back to Parks
But
and
that was,
Recreation.
that is, yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
is
'cause
actually-
that's a trail, so
Right.
that will come back to you.
and we
You
actually had that.
understand
I
that?
understand what you're asking. I can't think of another
Of
example.
the location that is,
Yeah, I mean, because if it's gonna be like something they're gonna put at Living Out, for example, that's a private thing. You know what I mean? It's gotta be like a public
right, that's
something.
Okay.
I can't
It
think
may
of
not
it.
exist, I was just trying to think about it differently.
I mean, I don't dislike the idea of us going to city council and saying, hey, I mean, didn't we just recently find out that there was never any rules and regulation for the swim center? Like nothing formalized?
Oh, yes.
Didn't you guys recently do that?
Yes.
So the swim center's been there how long?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of those policies that don't exist.
So I'm guessing this code was written in who knows when.
I think we should readjust. I think we should take the clarification of the code to city council. I don't know how to do that, but that's, I think, what we should do.
So that code, from a staff's
Is that it?
perspective, that code doesn't live in Parks and Recreation.
No.
And so I do think that there needs to be some coordination, whether
Sure.
it's a public art ad hoc or the master plan and park enhancement ad hoc that is working in conjunction with public art. Because it doesn't make sense for us to recommend that to the council without a whole update to the public art code. Like that's something else that needs to
I was
be
always
adjusted.
thinking that if they don't want to work with us, I mean, I hope they want to work with us.
So from I think from our
They
conversation, they do.
Yeah.
Do wanna
And,
work with
and
us.
so I think that's where the item is on the table right now is to dissolve public art, but have those kind of duties fall under master plan and park enhancements. So that ad hoc is helping to drive this conversation. It's not saying that we are gonna forget public art, it's just saying that that's gonna fall under that ad hoc now.
And we'll work with collaborating with that commission and as far as like doing the survey, the audit, and that's not just limited to our ad hoc. If anybody wants to participate in that walkthrough, you're welcome to. But yeah, if
So what's the benefit of dissolving the ad hoc, the public art ad hoc? Instead of, and putting it under master plan instead of keeping it as public art and working with the other art commission?
Probably because the people on the public arts ad hoc are also on the master plan ad hoc anyway.
Oh, fair enough.
That's it.
And I mean, I would like to be able to vote on what goes into the parks. I mean, ultimately, that's, I think, what I feel like we're missing out on is that vote on.
What goes in and where it goes in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with regards to the ad hoc, I guess we would need to, do we need to action on that? Like somebody would, if I'm bringing it forth, I can't motion, right?
Yeah, I understand. I thought we can't do the ad hoc.
Is it already formed? So we would dissolve the one, so we would need to action on dissolving the existing and agreeing that it's okay to live under park enhancements.
I motion to dissolve the one that was created. Thank you. I can't think of it. Oh my God. I move to
Do that. I'll second
dissolve
that.
Now it's gonna add.
You got that, Rayleigh?
One moment.
Dissolve the thing and the thing.
The thing and the thing. Okay, let's do a vote on that first motion. We're gonna go with Chair Moralia,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Diaz,
Approved.
Commissioner Ferguson,
Yes.
Commissioner Fine,
Yes.
Commissioner Finland,
Approved.
Commissioner Phillips.
Yes.
Commissioner Roddy.
Yes.
Motion approved unanimously.
Do you want me to talk about golf course or do you want to talk about golf?
Go for it.
So the reason we came up with this was because for anybody who was in the last meeting, the golf course community was upset, understandably so, because their fee increase was larger than anticipated. So we said, well, we should set up an ad hoc so that community has a voice. Of course, we can't do that without it being agendized first. So that's part one. Part two is, do we think we actually need this? I would say in this case, none of us really are out at that golf course, so we're not engaging with that community. So to me, that's a failure of the Parks and Recreation Commission. I mean, I don't want to put it quite that stringent, but we're not out there, right? So if we're going to be the voice of the people, we need to have some way to meet with that community. The best way is with an ad hoc, unless like I just walk over there every week and meet them at, what is it called? Tradewinds Cafe or Traditions? I forget what it's called. But something has to be done so that this community doesn't feel like they're left out. That's the whole point of it. But do we need another ad hoc?
Is it
the
appropriate to
question.
wait until this, because I thought you reported that the staff was gonna go do more due diligence. Is it appropriate to say, hey, we will form this committee as or if needed, once the staff has their input and then engage them then, since this has been tabled for the moment?
Or it could be like dog parks, where not everyone has a dog, we don't walk, but we put an ad hoc together of dog parks, and then every so often, we have a meeting where you bring someone from the
Just a
dog.
liaison.
What do you, Nick, if you were projecting when the internal audit, et cetera, was going to be done, is there a timeline associated with that?
Yeah, we should have a recommendation in the next couple of months to go ahead, well, in January to you all and then to the council for ultimate approval. So that answers that question.
And has this been communicated to the golf course community that the rates are staying? Okay, so.
Yes, yes.
So we could say that we may look to form an ad hoc in 60 days once this happens and we have more info and can share that with you if we wanted to do that.
Well, they're gonna be happy if it doesn't, if they get what they
Well,
need.
if they've been communicated to, then they know there's no rate increase at the moment, then
Correct.
I assume
They
that
do
that's,
know
we've got
that.
some goodwill going with them.
But are you saying that there's a more of an underlying absence of representation, more or less, that you were looking?
I mean,
That's what
only
got.
because when I look around this room, Do I know anybody who's engaged with that community? I do know one person, of course.
I was like, me.
but
By the way,
not in a
we offered
public
you on the ad hoc last meeting.
But not in a
Perfect.
public course, you know what I mean? Like, so
Um,
are we aware of what those people need? That's what I'm getting at.
I mean, I've played the course multiple times. I couldn't say that I know what they need.
They kind of voiced that last month when they said, when they mentioned all the things that were wrong with the golf course, like the sand
It's
traps
true.
and that.
It's not good.
Yeah, so.
They definitely have issues.
Can I say something?
Of course.
From a staff's perspective, while I don't want to have another ad hoc committee, I would agree that that community has been underrepresented. The golf course has also, from my understanding, has also lived in so many different departments over the past few years, where it's a park and recreation amenity, and now that agreement and that oversight is truly falling under Parks and Recreation. Considering that we are already working with them on several different enhancements, it would be wise to have an ad hoc committee that is really looking to staff and to the operator to ensure that they are living up to their end of their agreements and making improvements to the site, increasing programming, working with the golfers that are actually utilizing it. And wouldn't be a bad idea to ensure that we are really taking care of this amenity, which we should be doing, and really does fall under the auspices of this commission and the department. And so I would recommend that that would be something that we take on, and making sure that we are really paying attention to this golf course, because it really is an asset to the city.
So then are
And-
we
and,
saying like, God,
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry, and it's golf in general, so it's not just Talkwitz Creek, but I mean, we also do have the agreement with the O'Donnell Golf Course, and so we can't leave that one also out of the table, so it'd be golf in general for this community.
are we saying that we think that looks like, say, two commissioners, a person from the women's golf club or men's golf club, whichever, and a staff member? Like, what are we saying is the makeup of that ad hoc?
It's however the commission would recommend to do that. We've seen success from the pickleball ad hoc. We've seen success in the dog park ad hoc with having commissioners and members of the community participate in that. It's worked really well in the dog park case where the community members know to go to those members as kind of the liaisons and then funnel that information back over to us. It's also proven well in the pickleball group. So that seems to be a model that has worked well for this community.
But they weren't in those people aren't in the ad hocs full-time. They come in as guests of the ad, like it's with dog park, there's a dog park ad hoc, and then we stepped out and did separate meetings with some of the people. Same with pickleball. It wasn't every single meeting with, right, Michael? They weren't in every single.
No, the dog
they
park
were,
ad
yeah.
hoc, we have a monthly meeting with that community.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I had an opportunity today to meet via Zoom with some of the folks who came and they did presentations during public portion last month. And they're very engaged, and they were very complimentary as far as Palm Springs officials being receptive to their requests, what they're looking to do. I know that they had an opportunity to meet with Nick earlier this month. They did a presentation over at the city council during public portion. It was very much abbreviated because they just have like a 2-minute allotment to do a presentation. And they're just happy to see that, we're interested and receptive to what they're looking. They had put forth a few different things that they're looking to see as far as changes in the city, but the primary thing is the fee schedule that they were not too pleased with regard to that.
Sure.
They said a lot of people who were in the community, they're retirees, they're on fixed incomes, so they felt that there was maybe some disparity or not further thorough assessment as far as how the fees were going to be adjusted. So they just wanted the city to take a look at that. And they provided copious information pertaining to their research that they had done with regard to fees. And they said that, it needs further review. So they're pleased as far as our organization, as far as the city being interested and involved, and they'd like to see continuity of that.
So how about we approach it this way? Is anybody really opposed to having a golf course ad hoc? Okay, so then I make a motion to form a golf course ad hoc.
I'll second that.
Are we going to choose the members of that right now?
Didn't we do
I
that
nominate
last-
Alex.
Didn't we do that last?
It
We
wasn't
did, but
it's not
It
agendized,
wasn't
so it's not
official.
official, so we have to redo it.
Cause I remember saying Alex is gonna be on.
Yeah, exactly. And do we know that that's not a conflict? Did we figure that out?
We're still checking with legal just to
Okay,
confirm, yeah.
perfect. I was gonna ask.
I mean, I can't imagine she's a,
I think it would, if it would be anything related to O'Donnell, you would have to
Yeah.
just recuse
Absolutely.
conversations, but.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
we have a question out to legal just to confirm.
Yeah, Talkwitz could use some love though, and
Yeah.
kind of what you said, they just feel like they've kind of been forgotten about, which is why there was a huge fee increase.
Mhm.
So I think this would make them really feel not forgotten.
is there anybody else who wants to be on that ad hoc?
You
Oh,
did.
good.
I volunteered last month to be on the ad hoc. I just couldn't be at the Zoom meeting today, but.
I think that's good, 3, right?
With that, we'll take a motion, or we'll take that motion for approval. So Chair Moralia,
Approved.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Approved.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Approved.
Commissioner Davis,
Approved.
Commissioner Diaz,
Approved.
Commissioner Ferguson,
Approved.
Commissioner Fine,
Approved.
Commissioner Finland,
Approved?
Commissioner Phillips, Commissioner Roddy.
Approved.
Motion approved unanimously.
All right, couple more items. We have a tentative meeting date set for December 22nd, but we just want to confirm if we actually do want to have that meeting or not. So we need a motion if we are going to cancel this.
I make a motion to cancel it.
Do we have any pending business that you need to talk to us about?
Staff has nothing prepped. We were anticipating everything to come back in January.
Okay.
So everything can wait.
Had to ask the question.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Who was
Did you
that
get the
second?
I think everyone seconded at the same time. It was unison.
Let's do that, roll call vote. Chair Moralia,
Yes.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Approved.
Commissioner Davis,
Approved.
Commissioner Diaz, approved, Commissioner Ferguson,
Approved.
Commissioner Fine,
Okay, yeah, approved.
Commissioner Finland,
Approved.
Commissioner Phillips, Commissioner Roddy.
Yep.
Motion approved unanimously.
Next item is approval of the 2026 meeting schedule. So this includes all of the normal scheduled days with a change in May because of the Memorial Day holiday. So in May, we would meet the third Monday instead. No meeting in August, and then to be determined for the December meeting. But all other meetings are scheduled for the fourth Monday.
So moving from second Monday to fourth.
Fourth to third. Fourth through third, only for May. Yeah. And so we would need a motion to approve. that.
Second.
Chair Moralia,
Approved.
Vice Chair Nagaya,
Yes.
Commissioner Admeyer,
Approved.
Commissioner Davis,
Approved.
Commissioner Diaz, Commissioner Ferguson,
Approved.
Commissioner Fine,
Approved.
Commissioner Finland,
Approved.
Commissioner Phillips, Commissioner Roddy.
Approved.
Motion approved unanimously.
All right, I'll speed through some of this for you all, but here are some upcoming special events to be aware of. We're hitting a really, really big special event season, which starts with December 4th with our holiday event at Village Fest. This is Cookies with Mrs. Claus. So bring your cookie decorating skills to Village Fest and get artsy with Mrs. Claus at our cookie decorating station. This will be held on Palm Canyon and Talkwitz on December 4th from 6 to 9 p.m. Following that, we will have our tree lighting ceremony on December 5th from 4 to 6 p.m. at Francis Stevens Park. So it's definitely the most wonderful time of the year. So join us at our annual tree lighting ceremony for that day at Francis Stevens.
Very nice.
On Saturday, December 6th, we have our annual Festival of Lights Parade. Our much-loved holiday tradition returns to downtown Palm Springs. So bring your loved ones and join our celebrity grand marshals as we brighten up Palm Canyon Drive with our fellow community members with all things lights during the Festival of Lights Parade. Step off is at 5:45 p.m. on December 6th.
Is Parks and Rec doing anything in that parade or no?
Oh, we do have an entry, so if you wish to participate in that, let us know and we'll get you signed up for it. Yeah.
What's the entry?
We designed a float for that. Sorry, I didn't say that in the 50th celebration. So we designed a float for the 50th celebration of Sunrise Park. And so if you want to participate in that, let me know.
At the parade?
In the Festival of Lights Parade, yes.
On the float?
On the float, yeah. Yeah, well, on or walking.
Do we have to dress like an elf or anything?
As long as I don't have to drive it.
You could dress like a
You
palm
say we
tree.
had to
or-
pull the float, isn't that what I heard you say?
Pull the float.
You have to pull the float.
You can.
Well, is someone driving the float?
Yes, yeah, someone will drive it, yeah. So if you want to participate in the entry, then yes, please let us know. Okay. Okay.
Well, after what happened to Gene K's after the, after the Pride float, I think I'd rather walk.
You can walk, yeah. On Sunday, December 7th, for those week-long events, we have our Snapshots with Santa event and the downtown park from 12 to 2 p.m. So Santa's making an early stop in Palm Springs, so get your snapshots in with him. And so that'll be a wonderful, magical moment event for our families to enjoy and participate
So
in
we don't
that
have
event.
that, there's no thing like that.
There's not, we'll email these out to you all. Yeah, these were, I added these last minute. On Thursday, December 11th, as part of Village Fest, we have our Sugar Plum Dreams, where you'll step into Sparkle Sugar Plum Dreams, where every moment feels like a holiday treat, filled with crafts, a holiday movie, as shopping as part of Village Fest. And so that'll be also from 6 to 9 p.m. on the 11th. On December 12th, we have our Holiday Whoville event at Demuth Community Center. So feel free to come on by, enjoy hot cocoa and ugly sweater contests, Whoville housemaking, and much more as part of that event from 5 to 8 p.m. on the 12th. On Saturday, December 13th, we are hosting our holiday movie in the park at Baristo Park, where we'll be showing The Grinch. So grab your blankets, dress warm, and join us for this special holiday movie tradition in the park. On December 18th, also as part of Village Fest, we have our Santa's Cozy Shop. So gear up for Christmas at this one-of-a-kind evening with workshops, crafts, and more shopping as part of Village Fest. So you can get in all your holiday shopping done before the following week and join us for that event also from 6 to 9. On Friday, December 19th, we have our Christmas program and toy giveaway at the James of Jesse Desert Highland Unity Center starting at 4 p.m. So you can enjoy crafts, sing-alongs, cookie making, free toys. We do ask that registration be required by December 12th to participate in this event. And then on Saturday, December 20th, we have our annual Breakfast with Santa events at 8 to 11 a.m. at the Palm Springs Pavilion. You'll see an exciting morning filled with free breakfast, a toy giveaway, photos with Santa, arts and crafts, and a lot more events being planned as part of that. An RSVP is required because this is guaranteed to sell out. So we do ask that members of the community register as quickly as you can. And then culminating the event for the season, this is a holiday movie in the park for adults. So it's ages 18 and up. That'll be on December 27th at 7 p.m. And we'll be showing a creepy holiday movie, Krampus. So something new something new and different that we're going to try out for our adults and other members of our community that want to participate in something different. And that concludes all of our upcoming special events.
Nick, do you have a flyer for the Festival of Arts Parade?
Yes, I will email that
to us.
Yes, I will email all of those events that you didn't get in your packet today. Yeah. So lots going on.
I have to get that brochure out.
It'll be full just with December. Okay, I guess
Snowtopia,
we'll
the
do some
air
ad hoc
design.
committee updates.
Commissioner meetings, commissioner.
I'll start with dog park, I guess. We had our regular meeting last month. What the dog park community is really looking for now, and please tell me they've seen it, is a chair.
You want what?
So we're replacing the chairs in the dog park because they're all people brought them. And so we're trying to get a chair for them to see and feel and touch. Yeah. So soon?
Did you just
Yes.
say that?
It's been discussed.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's why the staff is recommending that we select and get the chair
Correct.
rather than other furniture coming into the park.
Well, right, because everyone was bringing these chairs from
Their
their
own,
houses and
right.
they're leaving them there and they look terrible, so.
Well, and they're breaking, so it's a hazard, blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
I'm filtering.
But as far as I could see, people are happy the City Hall Dog Park is reopened. I have noticed additional action at, wrong way to put that, but additional usage at the Duluth Park Dog Park. Like almost every day, I actually see people using it. So I would say Dog Park is in a good spot at this point. Any questions about Dog Park? Great, pickleball.
Pickleball, I visited the site today. Things are coming along and hopefully we're on schedule for May of 2026 for project completion. And I've been getting good reviews with regard to the temporary site. I think the only complaints, if you can really call it that, is that there's no lighting set up. So, but I just said, the months are going by quickly. Before you know it, it will be May, project will be done, and they can return to the familiar, brand new renovated site. But, it's just operating for sunrise to sunset for the time being, but no complaints. And also, I belong to One Palm Springs Neighborhood Group, and I haven't gotten any negative feedback, so it's running smoothly. I think people are very happy with the temporary sites, and all's good on the pickleball front.
Yay. Swim center. Probably
It's been discussed.
Yeah, okay. Public art, we can skip over public art at the moment. Master plan, park enhancement.
Nothing really has come to us for park enhancements. As far as master plan, the brochure is a good example that things are moving forward. So next month, or our next meeting, we should have an updated sheet with some of the accomplishments, but things are moving forward and we've been meeting over.
Are we gonna have that as part of the agenda for January's meeting?
Correct.
We are.
Yes.
Okay, great. That's if everybody remember the master plan report that said by this date, by this date, by this date. So I was interested in where are we at?
Yeah.
We'll be giving a more detailed report on those items that have been completed.
Okay, great.
And then as far as public art, so the ad hoc will meet and we'll discuss next steps as far as organizing the audit. And then we'll communicate that with the rest of the commission just in case anybody would like to participate.
Perfect.
That's all.
That concludes ad hoc committee updates. Commissioner comments. Does anybody want to say anything?
I have something.
Go ahead.
On December 6th, before the parade, from 10 to 2 at the Wellwood Downtown Library, the Friends of the Palm Springs Library are doing a holiday bazaar. We've got something like 90 gift baskets, all kinds of things for kids, adults, all sorts of gifts. So come in and browse around and shop and then go to the parade.
Just acknowledge all the great things happening this month and kudos to the staff for all the hard work and all the coordination that goes into that. It's a lot for the city to be proud of and participate in, and thank you all for what you're doing.
I second that.
I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays. And I am extremely proud of some of the things that we have all of the things we've accomplished this year. I feel like this year, of all the years I've been on the commission, this is the year we've gotten the most stuff actually done. So that's, applied to all. Plus the staff, of course, they're working their duties off too. Anybody else?
Yes, happy holidays from me, and we have a lot of events coming up, so try to attend if you can. Support our Parks and Recs department.
And thank you for the t-shirts. If
Okay,
anyone didn't get their
they're in my
t-shirt,
trunk.
Jace
To give
has.
them to Riley.
We have
Thank you for the
t-shirts.
Oh, for the
reminder.
pride, yeah.
Jody, you didn't get one? I thought we gave you one at the parade, no? We didn't get one.
She was
She
going
left it
by.
in my car. It's in my car.
She walked past us too fast.
That was with the
kids from
How do we get the t-shirt?
Jace has them in the car.
Yeah, I'll bring them. I'll go run.
It's just very short shorts.
But they're really nice, though. Thank you. They're really
They're in the
nice.
trunk of Jace's car, okay.
How do we go about getting Parks and Rec hats?
One thing at a time.
Okay, I'll work on that next year.
Anybody else? Go ahead.
Again, just to echo your comments, happy Thanksgiving to everyone and whatever you celebrate. In December, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa. And I also want to say, I shared it with her last time, I'll say it again. My compliments to Anisha, who did a fantastic job chairing the last meeting. She really did great.
Well, thank you.
Good job. Anybody else? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, November 24th, 2025, Parks and Rec Commission meeting adjourned at 6:41 PM. The next meeting is January 26th, 22nd, I don't know, something like that.
Something.
Something.